Hi, good evening, and welcome to Mind Over Matter, the show that teaches you how to use the power of your mind to overcome almost anything that's the matter. My name is Gloria Cliffords, and I'm a clinical certified hypnotherapist, motivational speaker. I'm also certified in NLP and therapeutic imagery. And for those of you who have been with us before, I know that you're used to me going through all of the myths about hypnosis and talking about what hypnosis is and what it's not. But today I am so excited to have a very, very special guest. Her name is Terry Brussel Gibbons. She's a PhD, and she is the director of the Success Center in Encino, California. She's also a certified clinical hypnotherapist. She's been in the field since 1969, and she has so much to share with us tonight. She has developed and written the 7 Keys to Self-Actualization, and that is for people who really want to make their lives the best they can possibly be in every area of their life. So at this point, I would like to introduce Terry and welcome her to the show. Hi, Terry. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Gloria.
And Terry, you know, they hear me all the time talking about what hypnosis is, and I thought since you're such an expert in the field, it would be great for my audience to be able to hear your take on it. Would you talk about that a little bit?
Well, hypnosis is basically a state of heightened suggestibility. And that really means that it's anything that we agree it to be. If we agree that hypnosis is a state in which you're out like a light, well, that's what it'll be. If we agree that hypnosis is a state in which you're going to jump around the stage and quack like a duck, well, that's what it'll be. If we decide, on the other hand, that hypnosis is a state in which you're more aware of what's going on around you, a state in which you're more able to use your fullest capabilities, then that's what it'll be. And that's what I prefer to think of it as being. That's why I teach self-hypnosis.
Yes.
Because the emphasis is on taking command of your own life.
Yes, and self-hypnosis is a wonderful and powerful tool. I'd like to talk a little bit about that word suggestibility, only because, you know, as hypnotherapists, we say we give suggestions. Mm-hmm. And that word is very important because it means we suggest something to the client. It doesn't mean that the client is going to take it in if it goes against what they really believe in.
That's right. It's a suggestion.
Level.
It's not a command.
That's right. So from that point, I'd like to discuss a little bit about some of the many myths about hypnosis.
Well, the one that people are usually concerned with is they're afraid, what if I don't wake up? Well, I've been doing this for over 35 years, and you know what? I had all sorts of tools that were going to prevent that from happening, and it's never happened. The closest I've ever come is somebody saying, oh, I don't really want to come out of hypnosis. I go, yes, but it's time for you to come out of hypnosis, and that's really all that's ever been necessary.
That's me, Terry. You know, I always want to stay on hypnosis. It's just a wonderful...
Because it feels good. But there are all sorts of extremes that I was given when I was in hypnosis school to be able to bring people out when they didn't want to come out of hypnosis, and I've never had to use any of them.
Never. I would like to give you a few minutes to talk about the 7 keys, and if you would just go through them quickly, and then we're going to focus on today's key, the platinum key, which has to do with spirituality.
Well, the bronze key is self-hypnosis and autosuggestion. You learn how to relax, learn greater self-awareness, greater self-control. We work with emotional awareness, control, and expression. It's the most important one because you need it to go to everything else.
Right.
The copper key is learning excellence, photographic memory, speed reading, recording and lecturing your mind, mental data correlation, using your subconscious mind like a computer, being able to enjoy almost any subject. The silver key is creativity, and this is becoming inspired at will, being an inspired, effective speaker, problem solver, artist, actor.
If I may just stop you here for 1 second, you know, that word inspired really means in spirit.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of spirituality involved even in this key.
There certainly is.
Yes.
And we actually have people model the masters of art, writing, acting, whatever it is they're interested in getting into, and they do that in a spiritual way. They can do it by accessing the Akashic files, universal intelligence, or by modeling the cook in the kitchen using NLP, which you're quite familiar with. They can use a mixture of these. Anyway, the next one is the gold key, and this is physical awareness and control, weight release, health and rejuvenation, athletic abilities, various kinds of hypnoanesthesia, and being able to be in excellent health.
Yes.
The next one would be the ruby key, and we're looking at better relationships, whether that be with a romantic partner, finding the right romantic partner, being in a better relationship with your husband, your children, even your boss, whoever.
You know, clients come to me all the time. I happen to attract clients that are either deeply religious or they have deep spiritual bent. And I use whatever they believe in to help them achieve whatever they want to achieve, you know. And another thing we work on is increasing faith. And that's just a light side of it. So I would like to get into some of the more interesting things that we do in hypnosis as far as spirituality. Those of you who have seen this show before, you know that I've touched on past life regression. We've talked about it a little bit. And right now I'd like to ask Terry a little bit about that.
Well, I started exploring past life regression when I was about 13, and I was attending HMI, the Hypnosis Motivation Institute. My father caught me hypnotizing the neighborhood kids and decided, this kid has got to be in class. He was a hypnotist himself, and he knew John Kappas, so since that institute happened to be half a block from my home at the time and I could walk there, I started attending classes. I was the youngest student they ever had.
I can imagine at 13 that must be true.
So I saw them do
Most common questions that I get. Yeah, it seemed real, but maybe it was just my imagination. How would you answer that question?
Sometimes it may be the imagination. I know I had a person who I did a past life regression on. I went through several past lives, and he seemed to have been every great speaker and every great everything, and he was working on being a great salesman, and he became a very, very good salesman and wound up owning his own business. Was it his imagination that he was all these people? Yeah, maybe. Maybe only one or two of them was real, or whatever. But we got results, and that's the important thing. If it works for you, if you come out of it with a new ability, or come out of it with a new confidence in yourself, if you're in research, you might want to research it and find out, did this person really exist? Was this the right time, the right name? But if you're just doing it so that you can grow and learn and reach forward, then I don't think it makes too much difference whether it's in your imagination or whether it's real.
Now, you know, Terry, we're coming to the end of the show, and I'm really happy that you've agreed to come back so we can continue this fascinating topic. I want to thank you so much for being here tonight, and I want to remind everybody the Success Center in Encino, wonderful place, because in the Success Center you not only have life coaching, but it's combined with hypnosis, and that is powerful together. Maybe we can get Terry to talk a little bit more about that on our next show, although we're continuing on spirituality. I would like to invite you, I will be appearing for the Kiwanis Club in Tarzana on May, I believe it's the 15th. You can call the number at the end of the show. I'll give the information. Kiwanis Club is a wonderful charity for children. It's going to be an absolutely free speaking engagement. If you'd like to hear more about hypnosis, hypnotherapy, or anything we spoke about tonight, please give me a call. I'll give you the directions so that you can join us there. Once again, we're happy to have you here at Mind Over Matter, and we're looking forward to seeing you on our next show.